Hi, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. I'm Victoria Wonder Snatch, a drag queen who loves drag, LGBT stuff, and dermatology stuff. Today is another installment of my Dermatology in Drag series, and today I thought I'd talk about the colors of the skin. All the different colors you can see in your skin and what they mean. And to follow along with that, I'm going to do a color bingo for my makeup, okay? I'm going to split my makeup into 10 parts and assign each one a different color and do a random picking thing, okay? So this might turn out really awful and really messy, but let's see how it goes. And if that's something you see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's just dive right in. So I've broken my makeup into 10 bits. They're gonna be brows, highlight, crease, blending the crease, lid, base, blush, lip liner, lips, and hair. Okay, I hope I have a wig that has a good color hair that's left at the bottom right there. Each time I'm going to use this random color picker, and it'll be taken off each time. So my wheel of names right here. Okay, so let's get the first one. This is going to be brows. So my brows are going to be pink. Okay, so I must use pink. Okay, pink brows. Okay, so pink brows, I'm just gonna get all this on first, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, and so the color pink. Of course, pink is one of the most common colors that you see rashes in, okay? Nice salmon pink colors of psoriasis, and the pink blush of things like eczema, and most of your rashes that you get are described as pink. Of course, pink is also sort of a kind of a base, kind of a layer that most people have. That's why when we say you're in a pink of health, when your color is nice and pink and rosy, that's supposed to be good, okay? So pink is definitely, basically all it is the blush of the blood vessels beneath the skin, okay? Of course, we're going to get into red later when that's a bit more pathological, okay? So a lot of things that are nice and healthy are pink, so, you know, a lot of people might have pink undertones. For me, I think I do have a bit of a pink undertone. Okay, so pink brows. I'm using my Athena palette to map out these brows. Other than psoriasis, other kinds of rashes that have been described as pink are things like pityriasis rosea. Okay, pityriasis rosea, which is a viral-induced kind of a rash, which is a bit scaly, a bit pink. Okay, your maculopapular rashes, when you get viruses or drug allergies, sometimes appear pink as well. Pink brows. And I'm going to clean that up with my highlight, which is the next color. Alright, so highlight. The highlight color will be white. Yellow. Yellow. Phew, okay, a light color at least. Okay, so now I got to clean that up with yellow underneath, and I'm going to have to use the highlight for my yellow there as well. So, okay, not so bad. I'm going to cheat a little bit, okay, but I'm going to prime my whole lid with white first and then add the yellow there later, okay, because I want to use the white base to make sure the rest of the colors are very intense, alright? So I'm using P. Louise and Rumor Zero to clean all that up underneath the brow. Okay, and yellow is of course the color of fat, right? Color of fat, color of sebaceous glands. So a lot of yellow things in the skin can be assumed to be part of that. So things like your sebaceous gland tumors, okay, your oil gland tumors, or your sebaceous hyperplasia, which a lot of people get as they grow older, these all have a bit of a yellowish tinge. Okay, things like cholesterol is yellow. So some people get things like xanthelasmas, which are like these yellow plaques, okay, around the eyes, and that's actually cholesterol deposits as you grow older. Those have to be lasered off or cut out. Bilirubin made from your liver is yellow, so if you have jaundice, your skin appears yellow. I was hoping to get a light color like white or yellow for my highlights. Okay, could you imagine if I got something like brown? I guess brown would be like nude. I'm gonna use yellow for my highlights right there. Okay, other things that are yellow might be some sort of tumors called xanthomas or xanthogranulomas, and these are tumors of what we call the histiocytes. Okay, and they have a bit of a yellowish tinge. Highlights are all yellow, so even these bits are all yellow. Okay, so going in with my Sensorium Beauty, just getting this yellow right there. Fingers really crossed on this one. I might look like a real nut job after I'm done. Okay, so that's highlights in yellow. Other things that might be yellow is pus. Okay, so sometimes pustules look yellow. Pustules can be seen in things like pustular psoriasis, some fungal infections of the skin, okay, and also this condition called acute generalized exanthematous pustulosis, which is a drug reaction which causes pustules that go across the body. So these are little studded yellow spots on the body. Okay, so next is my crease. Okay, let's see. Crease. Orange. I gotta use orange in my crease. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, so orange in the yellow, and that's okay. I have to use orange. Orange skin diseases. Well, you turn orange if you have too much beta carotene. I turned orange once. When I was really young and really into tanning, I used to drink bottles of carrot juice just to try to get that orange glow, and my palms turn orange, okay? And that's one reason why someone would turn orange, is from beta carotene poisoning. And now we basically pack orange on the crease. Okay, so still using my Sensorum Beauty. There's some rashes that have a bit more of an orange hue to them, okay? So when you mix kind of like yellowish stuff with pinkish stuff, you get orange, okay? And this is a condition called pityriasis rubra pilaris, which sometimes has this orangey look to it, okay? No one really knows what this rash is caused by, but sometimes can be associated with HIV. Remember I mentioned xanthomas earlier that look yellow? Well, sometimes when a xanthoma has a bit of a blood vessel component to it, you get a red plus yellow and you get an orange thing called a xanthogranuloma. Some other inflammatory conditions also have a bit of an orangey hue to it. So sarcoidosis, which is a kind of a deposition disorder, sometimes can appear a little orange also. So I need to get some dimension for this. So I need to deepen up this orange with a darker orange. But still I can blend this orange into the yellow now. Okay, so now we deepen up the crease. I've got the orange base down. Might have to bring the orange down there later, but we'll figure that out later. So next, my blend, wait, oh, I forgot to record. But anyway, it's green. Green, I must use green. Okay, I'll show you so you know I'm not cheating. So I must use green. Try not to move this because I'm filming a TikTok as well. Ooh, okay, so now I gotta use green to blend that out. There's a really deep green here, which I think might work. Let me do that on a pencil brush. Here goes. Green to blend that out. So green is not really a color you see in the skin very often. Most times associated with infections. Okay, so in the nail, very commonly, if you get an infection with this bug called Pseudomonas, you get a really green nail. What blends orange into green? Jeez. This obviously doesn't take into account any color theory at all. I might not even try to blend it. Okay, I'm just going to put that right. Some really rare conditions that lead to green skin diseases are drugs. Okay, some obsolete drugs might cause the skin to turn a little bit greenish. Okay, and this is a condition called apocrine chrome hydrosis, which is a kind of an overactivity of the apocrine glands. And this gives it a little bit of a greenish hue, but on the whole, green is not a color that you normally see in skin. And I am starting to look completely crazy. Okay, this I think I gotta Google. How to blend orange into green. I think I'm gonna try to use this deeper orange here to try to blend this green into a neon orange. Okay. So this is Take Action from the Morphe, the latest Pride collection. Okay, well, that kind of works, I think. Yeah, so green, not a color commonly seen in the skin. I think I did manage to blend the orange into green. I'm going to go in with that neon orange again to try to blend that into the yellow a bit more seamlessly. This this looked a lot different in my head when I was planning this video. I thought I could make quite a nice rainbow look, but I think I might look a little bit nuts. Alright, and now lid. What color should I put on lid? I'm hoping for white. Lid. white, white, white. Oh, thank goodness. Now I just hope I don't get black for the base. Okay, gotta use white. Thank God. So at least that will open up my eye a little bit and make it look a little bit more open and draggy. Instead of, a really dark color there, might really bring everything down. Okay, so white. What in your skin is white? Why it gotta be white? Okay, so using my P. Louise, just gonna cut that crease. Okay, white things are mainly things that are usually scarred. Okay, so scars can be atrophic and white appearing. So for example, whenever we see this thing called atrophy blanche, okay, vasculitis, where the blood supply to the skin is impaired, it looks white. Other scar tissue looks white as well, okay, when it's devoid of anything, okay. So, and also sometimes melanomas, when you look at the melanoma and you see white casting, that suggests there might be a melanoma under a dermoscope. Calcium is white, okay, so calcium deposits in the skin look like these hard white lumps. White lid. I get to use white in the inner corner of my eyes, so I'll add that later. Okay, and then we set that all. Vitiligo is white. Vitiligo, when you lose pigment completely, that looks like white patches in the skin. Okay, and albinism, when you're born without pigment at all. Sometimes these people look completely white. Okay, no matter what their race. As we grow older, sometimes you get these white spots on our arms. These are called idiopathic guttate hypomelanosis, and these are actually sun damage. Okay, you get like the loss of pigment in these small little spots in the arms and legs. It's not really vitiligo, you don't really need to treat it, okay, but those look white as well. Some rashes look white, okay, so pityriasis alba, which is these white patches on the skin, on the face sometimes. These happen in children with atopic dermatitis, okay, and they get these white dry patches on the face, and that looks white as well. Sometimes you need to differentiate this from something like mycosis fungoides, which is a T-cell lymphoma, a skin cancer in the skin, and these sometimes look like white patches all over the body. Okay, sometimes in white Caucasian people, it's harder to see the white discoloration, but of course in people of color, okay, black and brown people, it's much easier to see, and that's why vitiligo is such a bigger issue in black and brown people, because it's so much more obvious. Okay, so next is going to be the base. Okay, so now I'm going to paint my whole body and the rest of my skin this color. If it's brown, I get to go nude. Okay. Oh, shit, I forgot to record again. But it's red. I'm gonna paint myself red. Okay, I gotta use red. Red was taken off. I accidentally clicked it, so don't worry. I'm not cheating. Okay, so here goes nothing. Gotta paint myself red now. Okay, so red. Red, of course, is the color of blood. Okay, so a lot of things can look red in the skin. So blood vessel tumors like your angiomas are red. Blood vessel malformations, okay, such as your port wine stains and stuff like that, appear red as well. This red will have to blend into a bit of orange there. Here goes. A lot of things are described as red. Infection sometimes looks really red and angry, like cellulitis, like erysipelas, which is a subcutaneous infection of the skin. Here goes nothing. Of course, rosacea is red. Okay, so rosacea, when you have red flushing of the skin that's red. I made a whole video on rosacea for my Dermatology and Drag series, so check that out. Now we will blend that into the yellow. At least it's something I can blend into yellow and not some other crazy color. I gotta figure out how to make those brows pop though. Okay, tumors that are typically red are things like your angiosarcomas, your blood vessel tumors. And also sometimes when the rashes are really intense, they can look red as well. So some things like your toxic erythemas can look very red, okay? Okay, my camera's overheating. I'm gonna set all this with translucent powder and I'll be right back. Okay, all powdered. Intensified the pink in the brows a little bit with some liner. And went in and, deepened up everything there. Okay, so now next is blush. Please don't give me black or brown blush. Okay, here goes nothing. I guess I guess the only color here that would really work as blush would be... Okay, here goes nothing. Blush, 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 blush. Oh, purple. Thank goodness. Okay, at least it wasn't like black. It would look so strange with black. But even with purple, it's a bit of a stretch. Okay, purple. Okay, so purple, I'm using my crayon case. So I bought this blush binder when Silky Ganache went on Trixie Mattel's channel. She really recommended it, so I had to have it. Lots of different blushes here. I'm going to use this purple one here as blush. And a bit of a contour as well. What in the skin looks purple? When we think of purple, we think of violaceous, right? Violet stuff. And violaceous things are usually a blush of blood vessels just beneath the surface of the skin. So using this as kind of a blush and a contour as well. Brontour, I guess. Blontour. And blending this into the center of the face. So that gives me dimension. Okay, I'm going to go to the next page and get this other deep plum, which is a bit of a purple too. I'm going to use this to try to contour. So a lot of things are what we call vasculitis or inflammation of the blood vessels can look a bit purple, okay, when we call violaceous, okay. So for example, like what we call pigmented pruritic dermatitis, which are these purplish blotches on your shins. And this sometimes happens when people are standing too long or have a lot of what we call stasis dermatitis. Just adding a little bit at a time, building it up. Okay, that gives me some dimension. Other conditions of the blood vessels, such as a thing called levimisol vasculopathy, looks a bit purple as well. This other inflammatory condition called lichen planus. Okay, lichen planus is an inflammatory condition where you get this violaceous plaques. Okay, sometimes on the wrists. Okay, and sometimes can be eruptive all over the body, and these can look like purple violet, a kind of a rash. Very common in people of color as well. Some other tumors of the blood vessels can appear purple as well. So Kaposi sarcoma is a tumor of the blood vessels which is associated with the HIV, can look like these purple blotches on the skin. Okay, so that's purple. Purple brontour. I think it's starting to come together. I'm going to need to contour my nose. I think I'm going to contour it with orange, okay, because orange is basically marrying the crease, the orange crease, and the rest of the skin. The same orange from the Morphe palette, the darker orange. Bring that crease down. Okay, so next will be the lip liner, which I will also use as liner. I really hope I get black. Okay, so now liner. Lip liner and eyeliner as well. Okay, here it goes. Black, 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 brown. No, brown. I'm gonna use brown. Okay, so brown it is. I do have a brown liner that I use for freckles, so I'm gonna use this as liner, I guess. I guess it's quite black. Okay, so brown, of course, is the color of regular skin. Okay, so brown kind of still looks black, so thank goodness it is brown. Mad Max Brown eyeliner from Kat Von D. I guess a brown, orange, and green eye isn't that crazy. I guess orange and green isn't really that big of a stretch. I mean, Aquaman is orange and green, right? Now I'm gonna just pack that on with some of this brown, the Unify from the Rainbow palette. Okay, that's brown. Okay, and as I was saying, brown is the color of what we call melanin, pheomelanin. Okay, so the combination of that gives us brown skin. Most of other brown things are disorders of pigmentation. So things like your melasma, your sun damage in the skin, can be a brown blotch on the middle of the face. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or when you have pigmentation of scars and everything, can look quite brown that some people want to remove. These might require lasers. Okay, I'm blending the brown into the lighter brown listen here. And then I'm going to blend that back into orange. Other little lumps and bumps that might appear brown sometimes are what we call things like dermatofibromas, and these are little lumps underneath the skin that look brownish. Now, under eye, I'm going to blend this green out into the yellow with a kind of a lime green. Alright, brown will have to go on my lip liner as well. Okay, that should be easy enough. I'm using my Underground Gerard Cosmetics. Brown lips. What other brown things are there? I mean, a lot of other like lumps and bumps in the skin, like your seborrheic keratoses or these what we call liver spots, can appear brown as well. Okay, and you know, or any mole or any other growth, skin tags and everything can look brown too, because brown is really common color in the skin. Okay, we're in the last legs. Now, lips. Lips and hair, last two colors. I'm kind of hoping I get a blue lip so I can use black hair, which is a lot easier. Let's go. Lips. Blue. Ah, got it. Okay. So blue lips, black hair. That makes things a lot easier. Okay, so blue. What's blue in the skin? Well, there's your blue nevus, which is definitely something that looks blue under the skin, but it's not really blue, okay? When something is blue in the skin, it's actually what we call the Tyndall effect, okay? So when black or brown stuff goes under the skin, the light that's absorbed and reflected makes it look blue. And that's why the sky is blue or the sea is blue. There's nothing that's actually blue in the skin, but you know, sometimes the optical effects makes it look that way. Okay, blue in the lips. Okay, so I'm going to use this blue, this dark blue Midnight. This is from Jolie Beauty. I wore this on a boat. If you haven't seen my vlog from my from my cruise. Okay, so a blue nevus is blue. Sometimes your skin does get this bluish grey discoloration if you have silver poisoning. Okay, this is called agyria. So blue, that looks blue as well. Blue is of course the color of deoxygenated blood. That's why veins can give this greenish blue hue. Okay, or if you're poisoned with carbon dioxide and you get methemoglobinemia, and this gives you a blue look too. So of course, if you have not enough oxygen in the blood, sometimes babies who are born hypoxic or with too little oxygen look blue. There's also this condition called the blueberry muffin baby, okay, which is a kind of a disorder whereby your blood is being made in the skin, which is called extramedullary hematopoiesis. And this can look like these blue nodules in the skin. Blend that blue out a little bit with some white. Blue lips. Other things that are blues, when you're looking at the melanoma under the dermatoscope, sometimes we call a blue-white veil. This bluish hue, suggestive of melanoma. Okay, and sometimes also the sclera can turn blue in people with osteogenesis imperfecta, which is basically a condition of collagen defects. Okay, and the sclera sometimes looks a little bit blue in these patients. That's my blue lips to go with my really crazy color scheme today. Okay, I'm gonna do some final touch-ups to make this look a little bit more glam, throw on my final color, my black hair, okay, and I'll be back with the wrap up. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, and that's with my black hair. I put on a black dress as well, painted my shoulders a little bit further down. So what are black things in the skin? So for your pigment in the skin, you have two types of pigment, right? You have your eumelanin and your pheomelanin. Your pheomelanin gives you this yellowish brown tinge, while your eumelanin is pretty much black, okay, a really, really dark pigment. Okay, and the mixture of the two gives you all sorts of different skin colors. So that's why your moles, your melanocytic nevi, these are usually compact and really, really black. Other things that are black are things like necrosis. So ecthyma gangrenosum or calciphylaxis, stuff that, you know, when the skin is dead and breaking down, that turns black sometimes. Okay, the acanthosis nigricans is a blackish, velvety skin condition which sometimes affects the neck and the armpits in people with diabetes. Okay, that's black too. Okay, other things that are black, sometimes you get black and brown lines on your nails, and this is called melanonychia. Sometimes discoid lupus or scarring form of hair loss can leave these really, really blackish necrotic patches in the skin as well. Alright, so that was my colors of the skin bingo for my makeup. There was pretty challenging, okay? I think I kind of pulled it off. I look really, really weird right now, like a negative of some sort, okay? If you like this video and learned something about the different colors you can see in the skin, leave down in the comment below which part is your favorite and whether there are any skin conditions that you think I might have left out, alright? And also don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for post notifications, okay? I had a lot of fun doing this video and I hope you did too, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Check out my other videos in dermatology and drag. I recently did one on gender affirming dermatology and also one on sunscreen and skin cancer. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye!